How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, and as you can see, we are back at the Tyrrell's Last Dance series as we take Ricardo Rosset, now once again joint top of the World Drivers' Championship standings, to Austria for the Austrian Grand Prix, hoping to extend his lead, take over sole possession of the top spot in the World Drivers' standings. Hopefully we have a good qualifying session. Silverstone was very dramatic. We chased down Michael Schumacher to the very end, eventually passing him. But the best thing about that was that Mika Hakkinen ended the weekend pointless. So we regained the 10 points that we lost in France at Manicourt, which was a difficult weekend. For those who have seen that one, you'll know that it was a very difficult weekend indeed. So we're now at what is known as the Red Bull Ring, at this point in time the A1 ring. Very little's changed about this track since then. Between then and now, it's obviously, other than the fact that there's no runoff, it is all gravel, which could be quite difficult for the intrusive thoughts for Ricardo Rosset might come in. As we know, he is the Drift Master. Does really want to be a World Rally Championship, World Rally Champion, as we missed the turn there. Does want to be World Rally Champion. He's going to need to settle for, hopefully, the Formula 1 World Championship this year. Who would have thought that our first, potentially, the best title challenge that we've had so far has been in a Tyrrell. We've taken charge of Nigel Mansell previously in his McLaren year in 1995. We've taken charge of Rubens Barrichello, albeit in the Stewart and not in the Ferrari. And we've taken charge of Damon Hill again in a reasonably competitive Jordan. But we've had our difficulties there, as you can see in the other ongoing series we've got just now, Damon's Redemption. So Ricardo Ross is the best chance we've had of becoming Formula 1 World Champion so far, anyway. As we're going to cross the line here with a 1:17. I don't know if that'll get it done or not. We've hit our teammate again. What is happening? The internal struggle at Tyrrell continues. He just moved right across into us. We were trying to move across to get away from him, and he just backs right into us. Or doesn't back right into us, but moves across and then basically stops in the middle of the track. What were you doing, man? As we have drifted round this corner, we've lost all momentum, any momentum that we had at this from our aborted start there, thanks to our teammate. As we go round the corner there, Toru Takagi is doing his best to mess up our season. It seems like not the first time we've come in contact with our teammate. It happened in Canada. It happened, I believe it did happen at Silverstone last time out as well, or came close to happening at least at Silverstone last time out. So internal strife at Tyrrell strikes again. Ken is going to need to get. I know he's heading for retirement, but he's got to get his team under control, namely Toru Takagi. I'm not absolutely not our fault there. So 1:17 is still the best that we've been able to muster so far as we go round the first corner there, with no difficulties getting there this time. Don't know if 1:17, I think it might be. I don't know what the lap record was at this point in time, or what the pole time was. I've just not managed to get that corner right at all yet. I'm thinking maybe 1:14, somewhere around there. We might be able to. That might be our best chance here. So we've got a sweeping corner here. We know they've not been great for us, as we saw in. We need the faster corners. Anything that's a relatively slow speed or approximately 90 degrees. We're not really quick at. So we need to make up all our time on the first part of the lap. The three main straights, the front straight, going up the hill and then coming back down after the big corner at the top, and I've made a right codgers of that one as well. So, messy laps. I thought we might have been okay here. I think we've actually gone slightly quicker, but I thought we would be okay in Austria. Clearly not the case, as we've managed to drift round there and keep a good bit of momentum going. As I think we passed a McLaren there. That's Mika, probably it's a Mika DC, obviously. We'll see. We'll go for 260s again. Can I get this right? There we go. Drifted round the corner, but that's okay. That's the best one we've had so far. It has only taken us 4 laps, and there's Alex Wurz has now gone ahead of us. So he's gone 50.7 through 2 sectors. Let's see how we're going to get here as we drift round that corner. That's the best we've done there as well. Drifting might be the way to go, although I don't really know how we do it. It's happened a lot in the series, but it's more through luck than better judgment. I'm not going to take any credit for that. Now, where is the timing barrier? We're well off. Oh no, maybe not actually, because it's now changed to his final position. 1:13.8 is Alex Wurz's best time, so we could be close to that. I do reckon we could probably beat that, but that would probably, probably put us in the 1:11, 1:12 area if I can keep off the grass. Get round the corner there. This is going to be a mega time. 1:11 it probably is. There we go. 1:11.606 as we come on to our final flying lap of this run here. So that's quite. So 1:11. Yeah, that's probably around. That could be a good time there. It'll certainly put us in the top. Should put us in the top half of the. As we're small. I thought we had some smoking brakes there, but we're not there. So this is good so far. Quite happy with this so far. Although we're doing a bit of bobble in there, the porpoising on a non-ground effect car. We do have a very special car here, right enough. A rocket ship in a straight line, and we'll porpoise without ground effect mechanics on there, or a ground effect setup. Ken Tyrrell obviously been around since the early ground effect era. He knows how to do that. As we're going out, that's very smooth. I do have to lift off every now and again to make sure we can stay on the tarmac, but I'd rather stay on the tarmac and be slightly slower through. I don't know what this is going to be. We're going to need to. This is going to be slower again. Yeah, so that's fine though. That's fine. We've got our good lap in 1:11.606, and we'll see where that fares. We need to obviously going to go back into the pits now. I don't know where that's going to put us in terms of our monster qualification lap. We have been there. We go. There's a nice wee drift there. We have been known to sit out the second half of qualifying this season because we were so far ahead. It's a good place to be in. Not sure what it's going to be. We need to see where the likes of DC are. Because DC's always been really good in qualifying. He's always been there or thereabouts. So Mika has been hit or miss with some qualifying, but DC's always been second or third. So we look for DC. We look for Michael Schumacher as well. As we're just coming round, nice saunter round to the end of the lap here. And we are pulling into the pits here to end our first stint. So as I keep bashing the wall, so we will just advance the time. So yeah, only 4.4 of a second between us and DC. DC who's only put in one lap. So we'll need to see what's happening there. So we're going to advance our standard 30 minutes here to be left with just under 22 minutes of the session left to go. Let's see what we're looking at here. So DC is now ahead, 1:11.161, and he is ahead by the finest of margins. The top three are separated by only 1/10 of a second. So that's 1:11.2. So we're about half a second behind Pole, and 0.4 or 4/10, sorry, or 4/10 away from Mika. So I think we head out now and try and put in some laps to see how we go. We're sitting fourth, so that would be a good starting position. for the race. I'll be quite happy with that. As long as we're in touching distance with Michael and Mika, I'm quite happy with that. So we're ahead of Michael by a very slim margin, and so it's a three-way title battle just now as I overshoot the second corner again. Not ideal, but here we go anyway. So I'll stick in. It's not going to be a good decent lap anyway, because it's not counting anyway, because we've just come out of the pits. So we have got 5 flying laps as well, because we're not going to be coming out of the pits on lap 12. We're going to have 5 flying laps to see where we go. So in about 6 or 7 minutes time, we will find out where we're starting on Sunday for the race. Hopefully we can pick up the 3 places we need to start from the front. But we'll take what we're given, and we'll make the best of it on the Sunday as well, because Sundays are where we come alive. So every race this year, for those who are watching possibly for the first time, welcome. Every race we've had this year, we've either not finished in the points or have won the race. So it is a very all or nothing type of season for Ricardo Rosset and the Tyrrell team, as we slowly but surely get round that corner there. But for those who are joining for the first time, I say welcome. Thank you all for joining. Hope you are enjoying the qualifying session so far and the content we've got. Loads of other content on the channel. This is the third. This is one of 2 series we've got going on just now, and it's the third that we've started overall since the channel started. Number 1, Mansell at McLaren. We were in Formula 1, or the original Formula 1 game, just called Formula 1, where we had Nigel Mansell piloting the 1995 McLaren in a very hit or miss season. We came alive in the second half of that season. And we've also got on the go Formula 1 97 Rubens Barrichello for Stewart's first season. So we've gone from Stewart's first season to Tyrrell's last on the grid before they became BAR, as we come round this first corner there. And we've got a wee bit too much steam going into that corner there as well, so we've kind of possibly compromised this lap. We'll give it a good go. The other series we've got going on just now is Damon's Redemption, where we take Damon Hill in his first season at Jordan on Formula 1 World Grand Prix on the Dreamcast. That is a very interesting game. It's a lovely looking game, but we're again very hit or miss as we drift round that corner there as well. Come on, big man. Very hit or miss season there, so check them out if you are new. And if you're not new and you just want to relive some of the highs and lows previously, go and check them out again. It's all been good if it was from before your time following along. So 111 and 111-1. So is where we're still going for. This is going to be very, very tight. Could we get it? Need to have a good exit here. No, it's probably just going to be slightly out of our reach. One was very much, not even slightly out of our reach. We did compromise ourselves quite heavily on the first corner, but we've taken that one. Taken that one well. Track limit warning, possibly in modern Formula 1, but not in this one. And not for Ricardo Rosset anyway, because he is in fact an absolute legend. So he's going to get all the good treatment. I think the issues we're having on this lap are coming on the corner there at the top of the hill. What you would call the second corner would probably I don't even know. It probably turn 3 or 4 this in this day and age, because they count slight deviations from a straight line as corners. These days, I'm not even sure where we are compared to DC on the timings for the second one. I don't think we're going to make it. I think we need to get to this last corner as I've cut the corner again. Oops, that's a mistake. I think we've got to get to the corner again. 105, what low 106s at best. Here we go, and we've not improved again. It's a 112, so it needs to be 105 or 104 preferably, as I've just compromised that one again. So this second half of the stint has been very, very hit or miss. Mainly miss, to be honest. It's not been ideal. Now, can we get round this corner, keeping at least a bit of speed? We can, but we've ended up on the grass. I don't know if that's... We kept moving forward, which is something that we weren't doing before. We were coming almost to a complete standstill. Oh, there we go. See, we've just run off again. So, again, another compromised lap. I don't know how... This is making me worry for the race, because there are some bits that if we catch up, there are some bits that we may falter a bit. So we do need to, if we get any chance of getting a good result, hopefully a win again, if we get any chance of getting a good result, I think we need to pull away on the straights, and then the corners will be what they'll be. Will be quite happy. Yeah, so we're going to be miles away again here. We're going to be quite happy with a 4th place start if that's what it's going to be. But we do have one more lap in which to make a difference. It's only half a second we need to find, but that has been easier said than done so far, as we've drifted round and we drifted too far. We drifted too much. That's going to be all she wrote for this one, unfortunately. Hit the brakes a bit too late, ended up drifting, hit the throttle too early and too vigorously, and we have compromised our lap there to no end. So that's unfortunate. We're already 3 seconds behind. We're not going to make up 3.5 seconds in this middle sector. Disappointing end to qualifying, as we do a wee drift there, and that's how to do it. So disappointing end to qualifying there, but we've got a lovely, as long as nobody can overtake us between now and the end of qualifying, we will have a nice starting position. It shouldn't, even if somebody does overtake us, there shouldn't be many people overtaking us, I would like to think. So we will have a decent, in fact a better than decent starting position for the race. So as we come round the last corner to cross the line, we have made up a few seconds, but not many. So that is us. The qualifying is finished. So let's see what the grid's like, and we will head to the race now. So the starting grid, we do start 4th, which is what we like to see. Go. We're in a bit of a slow start. We're catching up now though, but there is a lot of moving and shaking at the front here. We had to back out of that one. Mika and Michael have got it. Mika and Michael have made contact. I think that's DC running right away to the top of the field. Michael is looking at us as if he's stalking his prey. It looks as if he wants to hit, and it is. We've just taken flight, and Michael's hit his early doors. We've got ourselves up to 3rd, but Michael has tried to take us off the track. He's been overtaken by a Williams. That's good, because we need to pull. Obviously, we want to keep pace with Mika, but we want Michael to get further away from us in the Drivers' Championship. I cannot believe straight away. I told you he was stalking his prey. He kept making wee moves over to the left, to the right hand side where we were situated, and it was almost as if he was trying to get us to shift. We were holding our ground, and he just decided to do it anyway. Now we know how Damon Hill has felt. Now we know how Jacques Villeneuve has felt over the years. That was very, very... that wasn't... I was going to say it was very Senate-esque, but there was no gap. There was no need for a gap. We were going in a straight line, and he decided just to move right over into our side pod. But thankfully, the car has held up. We were only momentarily held up on the grass. But Michael Schumacher's got back ahead of Frentzen. Well, team orders come into play up front ahead of us in the McLarens. So far, no, DC is still the man in front. But they've got away from us, which is highly, highly disappointing. We were on their tails until Michael put us into the wall. And we will need to keep an eye on what's happening behind us as well, because what we don't want to do is for Schumacher to come up behind us and try and compromise our race again, in ways that he is known to do and has shown that he can do it in this race as well. That was how did Murray Walker do it at the Japanese Grand Prix in 1990? It's shocking, but ultimately not surprising, or something of that ilk, when Senna took us off, because you could see he was trying to do it. As we've just... see, he's in my head. and the McLarens are farther away, and he's just taken us. I'm going back to see where he was, and he has overtaken us. That is an absolute disaster. That is a disaster. Oh my goodness, I said we had to look to see what was behind us. I looked behind to see where he was, and just like that, like a flash, he's overtaken us, and he's just put in the fastest lap of the race as well. He's gone wide, we've drifted. This is just now about point maximisation. We need to maximise the amount of points we've got. I think we've got to keep, I mean, he is moving, he is shifting that Ferrari round this track. He's moving away, but we have got a rocket ship in ourselves. We have drifted round that corner. We are back in his wing mirrors. We just need to stay there. We need to keep on the tarmac first and foremost. A podium place would be brilliant. It just keeps us ahead of Michael. It reduces the impact that a good finish for Mika will have as well. We're on the grass once again, but Michael seems to have a bit of problem there as well, so he's not get that far ahead of us. But we are now halfway through this race, 3 full laps to go at the Austrian Grand Prix of 1998. The Tyrrell of Ricardo Rosset is chasing down Michael Schumacher for everything that he has, with everything he has in the tank. Where are the McLarens? They can't see them now. They're just at the top of the hill. We brake, we make sure we are a fine, upstanding member of the racing community. We will not try and take Michael Schumacher off the track. We were really close, but that corner has killed us once again. As we go round the corner, we've drifted. Michael runs a bit wide again. He knows that we're coming. We can smell blood here. Hopefully, no! Oh, you're joking! Oh my God! Ricardo Rosset's Tyrrell has failed him! The gearbox has failed him, and we have gone from a potential podium to nil point, as they say in France. Oh my goodness, we have got our first DNF of the season, and it couldn't have come at a worse time. We were clear of Frentzen, we were chasing down Schumacher. We had just under half of the race left. We had just over 2 laps still to go, and our gearbox packs in. Oh no, I cannot believe that. Oh, so there we go. DC wins just ahead of Mika Hakkinen, so he did the business for us, which is thank you DC for that. Schumacher finishes third. Then have Frentzen, Irvine, and Jean Alesi takes the last point thanks to our gearbox failure. What does that do for the driver's standings? It puts Mika 6 points ahead. Michael claws back to just within a point. So the title challenge is still on, but that was not in the plan. DC with a win brings him up to 42 points, extends his gap between him and Eddie Irvine to 11. Frentzen with another good finish is 6th in the standings with 15. Then you have Alex Wirtz. Jean Alesi pulls away from Damon Hill with an extra point at the end there, thanks to our gearbox going bye-bye. Then you have Johnny Herbert and Ralf Schumacher both on a single point. Oh, I cannot believe that. So there we are. McLaren again extends the lead with another 1-2 at the top of the constructors. We are still firmly in 4th place. Well, that's it, guys. That is it for this one. We have the racing gods were against us today for this one, unfortunately. Ricardo Rosset's title challenge is not over yet, though. We will continue to battle. Where are we going next? The next screen will tell us that. We are off to Hockenheim next. This is good because this track is all about power. We are in with a great chance there. Hopefully the car can get us to the end. We'll have a new gearbox, which is good. That should hold out. But Hockenheim is just where we need to go, I think, for this next push. So that will be next week's fun and games. So I hope you've all enjoyed this one. I do appreciate everyone that's watched this so far. If you want to see more, please subscribe and like the video if you have liked it as well. It'd be greatly appreciated. Helps the channel out. But until next time, hopefully we actually get to race next week at Hockenheim. But until then, have a good one, and I'll see you at the next video.